Now, off late, it's really the e-commerce space that's gotten everybody excited. Well, here's a startup that's decided to do things differently. Instead of selling just about everything under the roof, they're going to focus on 3 products and squarely go deeper into them. Survi Goyal gets us the story of Valyoo Technology.
Most e-commerce sites that have gained scale have maintained a broad-based focus across a variety of categories. However, there's another business model that has emerged to get specialized and go deep. Delhi-based startup Valyoo Technologies follow the same business model with 3 product offerings, namely bags, watches and jewelry. What is the key strategy and what all goes behind it? Let's find out. With 2 bootstrapped ventures under his name, Piyush Bansal still had his eyes set on coming up with a dominating e-commerce portal. So with adequate business background and entrepreneurial experience, he started Lenskart in November 2010. The key value proposition to focus on the lens subcategory and create a large, deep product line.
So A is wider range, and B is the fast delivery. We think the products that we sell, we can deliver you faster than anyone else. And C is that, the kind of associations we have with brands as compared to a lot of other portals is very different. We are right now one of the few players who is now an authorized retailer of Ray-Ban in India. We are also an authorized retailer of Casio in India.
After launching Lenskart.com, Piyush moved forward with the brand association and in 2011 launched 2 more single category portals, Watchcart and Bagscart. So while industry insiders suggested that some single category players may be forced to diversify to attract volumes, Piyush's team adhered to single category portals, a decision taken after a lot of deliberation.
While selecting categories, one of the reasons is that, we want a customer to buy us, certain number of times in a year. So if combined in all these categories, are we able to achieve that goal? Second is, do these categories allow us to innovate, create our own products, give better value to the customer? We clearly identified that we want to be in a space where we are selling products which people feel good about themselves. And it is in a luxury space, but affordable luxury. So the natural extension for us then was, what else makes you feel good about yourself? So then it came to watches and it came to bags.
A strategy that has worked well for Valyoo, with them gaining traction in a short period of time. Traction that prompted Lenskart's first investment from IDG Ventures, worth $4 million for future business expansion. The high gross margin in a new sector was clearly one reason for the IDG team to back Valyoo.
When we looked at their plans for other categories, they were actually creating an opportunity to create a destination for luxury products, all of which have multiple ownership of assets by the consumers, high gross margins for business, and can create a leadership position, as these categories were not being focused on by many other players. So given that, we felt that it's one of the interesting investments to make.
On the supply side, Piyush and the Valyoo team attracted over 128 clients to partner with Lenskart and Watchcart to reach out to the youth community online. For many of these, it was the first time that their products were made available online. Also, what worked in their favor was the attention their products received on a vertical category portal as opposed to a more mass audience one.
With internet penetration going increasing and more youngsters going on the net, we have seen in last especially 6 to 8 months the queries from online were increasing drastically. So once we realized that many customers want to buy products from online, so it's our responsibility to make our products available also there. So that's how it started through our channel partners. So we also made online as a serious vertical now.
The choice is extensive, the delivery time is down to 3 days. But the biggest challenge for Piyush and his team will be the cost of customer acquisition. The e-commerce sector has already seen consolidation owing to companies maintaining unhealthy cash burn rates. And e-commerce players believe that Valyoo will have to keep certain checks and barriers in place to ensure they don't encounter the same trouble.
First and foremost, most important thing for any startup or any entrepreneur, I would say, is that they have to see what is the market size of the category if they want to do a single category play. Then the next most important thing that you need to be careful about is that what is your positioning, right? So as a single category retailer, you have to be very focused that you are the largest in what you're doing. As the market matures, not everyone will have the ability to build an Amazon, right, which will sell everything. Rather, I think the next wave is about picking up categories which are large enough and on their own have the ability to become multi-$100 million businesses.
So buying products at 20 to 30% less than the MRP from manufacturers and selling products at a 15 to 20% margin to consumers, Lenskart and its portals have garnered revenues of 7 crore rupees in their first year and expects to grow it with 200% by the end of next year. While the startups plan to launch more affiliated services soon, Piyush and his team will have to keep a close eye on their costs and focus on their future fundraising requirements.